Welcome to another episode of Global India Podcast, a fusion podcast, and I'm your host, Shakira Tarashant. In this session, we are going to talk about ways to stay healthy, mind and body during these tough times we are facing with lockdown, isolation, quarantine, whatever you call it. It's very tough, but we have people like Nelson Mandela who inspire us to write and think beyond the lockdown. He was imprisoned for 27 years in a small room and only let out for half an hour a day to get fresh air. We definitely are better off. So let's be grateful and move forward. This too shall pass. Today I have an experienced yoga teacher from New York, Shivani Singh, and she will give us a few tips to help us keep ourselves wholesome for after the lockdown. Welcome, Shivani. And thanks for joining us from New York.
Thank you so much for having me here, Shakira. Always a pleasure.
How is doing yoga at this time going to help with the stress?
Well, that's a great question. Stress during these difficult times, I believe, is making us even more vulnerable to anxiety and depression. There's a lot of fear out there. There's a lot of unknown. There's a lot of panic. And yes, it is not a very good time. There's a lot of stress around us that is present today. So yoga can really help reduce this stress as it establishes a better mind-body connection. It's a great stress buster. Relaxed breathing equals a relaxed mind, I believe. And we can take advantage of being home and can really make use of this precious time to create more discipline in our lives by making yoga a daily part of our routine. And it doesn't have to be long, like, 1 hour of practice. Anything between 10 to 15 minutes, something that is simple, light stretches, deep breathing, and just a few minutes of meditation can go a long way and can truly be a gift to ourselves and even those around us. So I think practice yoga, inspire yourself, and inspire the people that are around you.
If an individual is not very fit and unable to do all the yoga poses, so what can they do?
So this is one of the biggest myths that surrounds many people, that you have to be a certain way to practice yoga. You have to be strong, you have to be a certain body type, or you have to be super bendy. This is far away from any truth. So you don't have to be fit, you don't have to be flexible to start yoga. You can create your own practice where you are comfortable and slowly begin to challenge yourself from there. The beauty of yoga is that it has a place for everyone. So if you can breathe, you can do yoga. How about that?
Does yoga boost immunity, and if so, how?
Absolutely. I can talk about this from my own personal experience. Growing up, I was always a weak child who would catch cold, cough, and get sick very quickly. And this pattern, I would say, lasted in my early 30s till I started practicing yoga when I was living in India. And within 6 to 7 months, I could feel this huge difference in all aspects of my health. I mean, there was this sense of just this goodness present around me that I felt. I was sleeping better, eating more healthy food, drinking more water. I felt more in control of myself. So to say that yoga strengthens our immune system is no surprise. Yoga reduces stress, and stress in modern world contributes to a lot of anxiety, depression, eating disorders that can again lead to multiple health problems. And this is how yoga helps, as it increases our lung capacity to breathe better, which in turn stimulates our lymphatic system that helps release toxins from the body. So you see there's this whole science behind it, and it brings more oxygenated blood to various parts of the body. In short, I would say yoga promotes healthy habits, and healthy habits in turn boosts our immunity. So sleep well, eat well, drink well, think well, and stay strong.
Which are the postures, asanas, that give a total body workout with yoga?
Surya Namaskars. Hands down, Surya Namaskars. It has stretching, breathing, strength, relaxation. No wonder it's often called a moving meditation. And my husband, I can tell you, is a great example of that. He used Surya Namaskars to cross-train as a part of his marathon training and completed a few marathons without any injury or any other problems. So I would say give Surya Namaskars a try. It's a beautiful practice to cultivate. It really strengthens the body physically and mentally. And this is really, I call it a foundation of yoga. And it can be done by most people. It can be modified to suit the body where we are in at this given moment. And we can keep progressing just in the practice of Surya Namaskars.
Yep. I'm a yoga Shiromani myself. So yoga Shiromani is a teacher, and I totally agree that Surya Namaskar is the beginning, the middle, and the end. I mean, if one could do that, that is just amazing. Is yoga beneficial for children too?
There's a lot of distractions, expectations, and stress around kids these days. Kids, I believe, often lose their focus and sometimes pick up unhealthy habits. And this is where yoga can help as it brings a sense of focus and meaning in their lives. But this won't happen in a day or months, or I would say weeks. So it's a process that slowly happens, but it happens for sure. So being regular, being consistent is one of the key to feel the success of yoga. So be regular, be consistent, and keep this practice long. And this is where we can introduce kids around when they are 13 or 14 years of age. I believe it's a good age to practice yoga. They can learn a lot and find themselves through this practice. And not only do they physically get stronger, but it also helps them mentally as it reduces stress. And in the end, I would say that it creates, again, good, long-lasting habits that they can carry with them into their adulthood. So yoga for kids is vital for their overall health, and it's a lot of fun. So try it.
Yeah, I think it really helps children stay focused and helps their memory too, I think. Anyway, before we conclude, can you tell me how is lockdown in New York?
Unfortunately, a lockdown in New York does not mean the same for everybody. There are people who are sitting in comfort of their home, and on the other hand, there are families losing their loved ones. People are losing jobs. The hospitals are overcrowded. I mean, it is a sad situation. It is sad. But coming down on my personal experience of the lockdown, so for us, it has slowed down the daily pace of our life, and we are spending a lot of time together as family. I am an eternal optimist, and I try to find positive things in every situation. So my thoughts and prayers are with those who have lost their loved ones, and I'm certain we will come out stronger.
Thanks, Shivani, for joining us today. It was very informative session, and hope our listeners far and wide will benefit from it. Dear listeners, this too will pass. So do yoga, stay strong, treat yourself and your family with love, and stay safe. And we'll see you in another episode shortly. Thank you. Namaste.
Thanks again for having me here, Shakira. Stay well, stay healthy, and keep washing hands. This is one of the good practices that we can cultivate and develop for the rest of our lives. Thanks again.
We conclude this episode with some inspirational music and a COVID-19 joke.
Ayam Vanduryam Neti Ganara
Lakhu Chetasam
Udara Charitanam Tu Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam
वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम् वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम्
वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम्
अयं बन्धुरयं
नेति गणना
लघुचेतसाम्
उदारचरितानां तु
वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम् वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम्
वसुधैव कुटुम्बकं वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम्
अयं बन्धुरयं नेति गणना
लघुचेतसाम्
उदारचरितानां तु
वसुधैव कुटुम्बकं वसुधैव कुटुम्बकं वसुधैव कुटुम्बकं वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम्
अयं बन्धुरयं
नीति गणना
लघुचेतसाम्
उदारचरितानां तु वसुधैव कुटुम्बकं
वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम्
वसुधैव कुटुम्बकं वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम्
अयं बन्धुरयं
नीति गणना
लघुचैतसाम् उदारचरितानां तु
वसुधैव कुटुम्बकं
वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम्
वसुधैव कुटुम्बकं
वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम्
वसुधैव कुटुम्बकं वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम्
You were listening to a musical piece titled Vasudeva Kudumbakam, meaning the world is one family, featuring Dr. L. Subramaniam, Yeshudas, Hariharan, Sonu Nigam, Usha Uttap, Kavita Krishnamurti, and other famous artists, along with the London Symphony Orchestra. Here is a COVID-19 joke that has been circulating in social media for a while. Before getting into the joke, I would like to put in a caveat that it's just a joke, not to be taken seriously. A British politician addressed his fellow Brits, "Hello, fellow chaps and lovely ladies. I would like to talk to you about this killer flu-like virus. As you all know, this virus can be killed by alcohol gel. The science is clear. If alcohol can kill coronavirus on the outside, it must also work on the inside. I therefore need the whole country to get absolutely hammered for a 14-day period to kill this virus off for good. 3 weeks from now, when the hangover is finished, we can all get back to normal. Hope it works. And if it doesn't work, we will all be too stoned to care. Clear enough?" A hilarious joke, but what an outlandish idea is how most people must have reacted to this joke until an American politician came up with an even more outlandish idea, using a disinfectant to treat coronavirus. Here is a verbatim quote, and then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute. 1 minute? And is there a way we can do something like that? By injection inside, or almost a cleaning it gets in the lungs. So it would be interesting to check that. Fortunately, public health officials have rushed to issue urgent warnings to Americans about the dangers of ingesting disinfectants. Also, Lysol manufacturer Reckitt Benckiser was quick to issue a warning that under no circumstances should its products be administered into the human body or be used as a treatment for the coronavirus.
This is a free podcast. However, if you enjoy the podcast to the point where it puts you in a generous mood, you can unleash your generosity by donating to the Lions Club of Bangalore Whitefield. Please check out their website. Please write checks payable to Whitefield Lions Club Services Trust out of your Indian bank accounts and send them to Global India 7612 Fenwick Cove Lane, Orlando, Florida 32819. For more details, please visit our website www.globalindiapodcast.com. Please email your feedback and ideas for future episodes to globalindiapodcast@gmail.com. We would love to showcase your talents and accomplishments as well. All you have to do is to email us a note along with your biodata and a recording of your music. Alvida, adios, au revoir, and goodbye for now.